Hello and welcome to the show. We are towards our usual position, not quite all the way at the back, but towards our usual position as we are going racing on Forza 7 with B-Class cars fitted with Superchargers. Yes, there shall be lots of Supercharger noise going on here. I had a lot of speed off the line and absolutely nowhere to use any of the speed off of the line. Can we... Oh, this is a very quick car. So last week I made the mistake of... I say the mistake. Last week I had a lot of grip and nowhere near enough power. While the car was quick, it struggled because it got overtaken by everything, constantly down straight. This week I've gone in the opposite direction. I have quite a lot of power, not very much in the way of grip, quite a lot of power and not very much weight as well. We just need to be close enough, and the Jag is helping. The Jag, being a big moving roadblock almost, is helping slow down the likes of the Alpha. I think the BMW, certainly the Ferrari's got too far away for us here. Come on, Charger. Get it neatly through that final corner, then get on the power. Use that mad acceleration. Come on, mad acceleration time, go. No, we're going to end up out a little bit wide again through the first corner. Curbs are not friends with the Valiant. There's going to be some defending. So Lamborghini's going to defend. I'm never going to have the brakes to fight that, and there's not going to be the space to fight that. So we will let them do their thing. Here we go. Come on, Charger. Goodbye indeed. The speed of this car is incredible. It isn't the fastest car I've ever built in terms of the competition. That will still go to the Subaru 360. The acceleration of that is otherworldly. But this is quite good. This is pretty damn impressive how fast it gets going. We might get the BMW. The BMW's going to go across. A wise move because I'm not going to be able to get that one around the outside. He saw me coming. Fair, I say fair enough. Yeah. That's what you got to do. Cover the inside, make it difficult for me, because as you know I'm not going to have the grip. I've burnt my one strong place. Now, I might be able to make life difficult, because the BMW went very, very deep into one corner. No, he knows exactly what I'm going to do. The problem that this gives me is that the Jag is not so far behind, and if I'm stuck taking these wider lines... Oh, no, I put a wheel on the dirt. No. The Jag's going to get me. I can't. There's nothing I can do here. I've got to now try and fend off the Yalpa. That's put its nose up the inside. Yeah, I just pushed it a little too far. Didn't think the width of my car, and just put a wheel on the dirt. The Yalpa's going to actually pass us as well. Yeah, fighting with the BMW may have certainly cost me one position. Yeah, it cost me the second one as well. Bugger. Couldn't quite do it. Yeah, I shouldn't have been fighting with it. I should have just fallen into line with the BMW. The front, Mugen's Alpha 8C would take victory ahead of a Ford Falcon. Camaro up in third ahead of a Z3. The Mad X19 fell to fifth. A couple other classic Ferraris up there as well in 6th and 7th. I mean, I liked my Charger. I think that's actually, the Valiant Charger for this track it was pretty good. I mean, it's very difficult to drive. We are a second off the fastest cars. I mean, it liked the straights, but that final technical section was tough. On the car. But I'll take it. Are we going to be down at the back of the field? No, we're actually relatively mid-pack. If anything, slightly higher than mid-pack. One place higher than mid-pack. We have come to the Homestead circuit for this next race with our many speeds and little control, and apparently on two wheels already. I really wouldn't try and go up the inside there. Well, that's why you don't go up the inside there. I mean, we've all just about survived that one. I mean, this circuit's an interesting one. There's a lot of straights. There are a lot of straights around here. There are certainly some longer straights down the back as well. The power of this car is going to be very, very helpful with, but there are some quite nasty technical sections to deal with. that a car like this is going to be tough to get around. Ultimately, yeah, you're going to want plenty of straight line speed here, but oh well, it's a bit of a mess, quite frankly. This one. We're going to get stuck on the outside of everything. The Falcon's going to get us as well. But the Falcon's no faster than the it is slightly faster than the BMW. Still not faster than me. This is going to be a sketchy moment at best. I'm probably better off not trying to force the issue there. And as long as we can stay ahead of the BMW by the time it comes to the start-finish line, it's fine. We'll be clear of the BMW long before we get to the corner. It's an interesting battle. It is an interesting battle, kind of the ebb and the flow of this one. The BMW will shove his nose back alongside. I mean, you're going to try and fight the case, and you can fight the case through there. That's fine if you want to, but you're going to slow. I mean, we are actually now creating like it's a strange train that forms behind me because, of course, unlike a normal train that you get when, you know, the car, in this case in third, is slower. Unlike a normal train where it's just there, you know, constant around the lap, this is a train of very, very varying lengths behind me. Sometimes I'm not even in the picture, I'm long gone at the front. Other times I am very much backing everybody up. I mean, it is getting actually quite ridiculous now. That is madness what we've got going on. But I really now can't afford. Down here is actually where I'm weakest on this particular car. I can get off here in front of the cars behind. And of course, the advantage of making that big train is if they are all busy fighting each other within the train, that might finally give me the little bit of a breather that I need to get away. I mean, you can see how early I am on the brakes. The Falcon was struggling to stop anyway down there, but yeah, you can see the comparisons. Either way, we shall now run away again and come up towards the end of lap number 6. We are going to have actually a slightly, well, it would have been slightly more comfortable lead over the rest of the pack. At the front, it looks like I think it was a Commodore, has got to the lead. There was a change of position, actually now swapped back. I think they've got a similar battle going on up there with power and grip, etc. Now, let's have a lap of relative peace if we don't put a wheel on the grass and fall off the circuit immediately. We've got ahead of we're still ahead of the Ford as we get to the hairpin. Now we've just got to get the fast left off the oval part correct. I mean, it's not easy. It hasn't been easy all race. In fact, I might have gone a little bit wonky, a little bit too fast into it. If we can keep it neat, tidy through this final section, the Ford is not going to be close enough to draw alongside. We will fire it out of the last turn. We will lead the train of cars across the line to take a third place. Oh, that was it was a tactical race. There was a lot of defending. We just had to make sure that there was no mistakes. Lap time wise, the Commodore was the quickest car. We were right up there. We were right around those sorts of speed, actually faster than the FailRace in terms of best lap. I mean, everyone's lap's going to be dirty. Everyone's slipstreaming one another, but yeah, it's good fun. Interesting and tough challenge with the Charger. So we've kind of found a collection of cars like us. Cars which don't really go around corners and then are unbelievably fast when it comes to a straight. We will have our own little battle for honour amongst us. This thing is silly quick in B class, and look at the thing go. Yeah, I mean, mine is a very, very quick car in B class, and that is nothing compared to that Orange Mobile, although you will very quickly see how much that Orange Mobile struggles around the corners. Probably shouldn't be trying to go around the outside of it, let's be honest. That's not likely to work, is it now? And yeah, we're not going to do that. Let's not worry about that. We'll wait for it to make a mistake, or we'll both go sideways. through a high-speed corner. That's fun as well. Up ahead, the Camaro is fighting with the noisiest car in the world because it's a Honda, and for some reason in this game, Hondas are the noisiest cars in the world. Mercedes, I think, was the other one. Look at the acceleration from the Vega. It's about to get very, very crowded through Maggots and Beckett's. Now, this is kind of good news for me. I'm not actually side by side with anybody. I can take whatever line I want, and maybe some of the better handling cars will be slowed down through all of this, or maybe I will be slowed down through all of this. So we're very slow through that. It's not intentional to bump you. Hello and bye-bye to the Mercedes. I'm going to have to start defending from the Vega. It's kind of weird having to defend from a car much like mine. I mean, I've had to defend from some of the better handling cars, but defending from a car that doesn't handle is, I mean, something strange in this little session. We will get slowed for this final corner. The poor Mercedes is going to have a hell of a time trying to get back past us again. Or Capri's in all sorts of issues around here. We've got back up to the Camaro. Do we outdrag the Camaro? We do. We don't outdrag the Capri. Jesus, the Capri is very, very quick, but very tough to drive by the looks of it. We are side by side, and I don't really want to be on the outside through here if I can help it, but we'll run it as wide as we dare, as wide as we can almost, to make that one work. Can't stop it into this next corner. Almost got the Camaro. I mean, we have got, where's all the Mercedes has come to join? We have got the Capri in all of this. Couldn't quite get the Camaro past there. The Honda was out very wide. Camaro's going to play on the grass. That's the invitation I need. Thank you. I will run back past or get back past the Camaro, try and slow it down here. Problem is, the Chevy is better than me through the corners. Only marginally. Makes for an interesting little battle for us, but we can't slow each other down too much, otherwise the likes of the CRX, the cars up ahead, whatever cars they are, there's an MX-5 up there, something big, Jag maybe? Yeah, if we fight each other too much for this, we run the risk of not being able to chase down these cars up ahead. It does look like I might have broken the chain, if you like, with the Camaro. I might have got far enough away that when it gets to the corners, yeah, I mean, he dove in very, very deep. Vega's out of control and sideways. That about sums that car up for this entire race, I think. We will head into Maggots and Beckett's with... I mean, the aim is just to even stay vaguely close to the CRX. I'm never overtaking it here. Just be neat and tidy enough through there. And it's always going to get a better run out the other side than me. It's just got that grip. Just be close enough, and that when we get to the straight, we might stand half a chance. I mean, it is a big half a chance down here. Have to be a very, very big dive, and I'm aware I'm going to be on a very, very tight line at the end here. I would not be so keen to cut down. I'm going to be honest, I would not be so keen to cut down, especially not a car like this that is likely to always struggle with braking. I would not be keen to cut the nose off that. I mean, the CRX is always going to have the grip around the outside, but that is just asking for trouble. I've now had a very, very big oversteer moment there, which I didn't want, and that's going to bring the Camaro right back into this. And we're back at, I mean, it's kind of square one-ish. We've had some strange races. I mean, I've driven all sorts of things, and it's just like the ebb and flow of these races is one of the more dramatic ones that I have seen. This isn't an insane car either. This isn't a completely and utterly bonkers vehicle that I have got here. I mean, I say that, it's 550 horsepower, it's still on its standard tyres, and it's a supercharged V8. Go on, they are very big standard tyres, to be fair, to the Charger. But yeah, I've had much crazier and potentially faster and stranger cars run in classes before without quite the same, well, I say without quite the same result. Of course, you're up against different cars each time, and it might just be a combination of track and cars and so on. It's making for an interesting time. We're certainly not catching the CRX. I think the CRX is going to sneak up the inside of a 3 wide up there with the Jag and the Mazda. The Mazda ultimately losing out with its, I presume, lack of straight line speed. We might be able to get the Jag down the back straight, especially if it fights with that Mazda a little bit. That would help us no end. Okay, First to the straights we go. We won't be close enough. Well, we might be close enough to give the Mazda some concern. Like, we're going to be close enough to make the Mazda go a touch defensive. I mean, yeah, he's going to defend that one without too much trouble. I'm not going to sweep around the outside of that car. I mean, a stock MX-5 would be able to fend off this thing when it comes to the corner. The CRX is actually doing really good work. It's got up past the El Camino. The El Camino is struggling around here. The Camaro is struggling. I was saying Camaro struggling, actually. It's kind of, it catches and then it falls back, and then it catches and then it falls back, and I've got a big twitch now. The Mazda is probably going to hold that around the outside, but we might start be compromising it slightly. I don't think so, though, through that corner. Now, this is a very, very interesting. This is just another very tactical battle. These are very, very different cars. You know, you've got incredibly different cars around here. I think perhaps this, with the way that this rule set, rule set, B-class supercharged cars, some people like me have gone mad with power, and other people have gone for a handling car, but with a supercharger rather than perhaps what it would normally have on it. So it has given us some interesting builds and interesting vehicles. Can I get this Jag on the run towards the final corner? Because, I mean, the Jag's not great. The Jag might cost me a position to the MX-5 here, annoyingly. Because I'm trying to fight my way past the Jag. We might actually squeeze around the outside of one part there. We've got to try and get to the inside for the next part. Problem is, the MX-5 is going to try and shove its nose up there. I'm trying not to go wide. Being pushed by everyone. It's not quite going to get the Jag. We gave it a damn good shot there, though. We gave that a damn good shot at trying to make that work. Couldn't quite do that. Problem was, I could have got the Jag on my own, but the Mazda was there. The Mazda was trying to profit from me trying to get past the Jag. That was a very, very good fight. That's an incredibly tactical battle was needed there. In the end, couldn't quite do it. Lap time-wise, wasn't too shabby. Not up there, certainly not there with the Falcon, or the Peugeot for that matter. But yeah, that was a good fun race and a very bizarre tactical battle to end it for me. Well, while dreams of a really high finish might have gone out the window a little bit, I am currently stuck fighting with a very bright pink Civic. Oh no, don't go up on two wheels. That's really not what I needed. The Civic is very fast through the corners, very slow down the straights. Unfortunately, over a couple of laps, it's gradually got to the point where it has now overtaken me. I will probably get back past. I should get back past before we get to this next corner. The issue is that the Civic is now closer than ever for when we do get to the twisty bits, and I'm going to have to try and hold on for dear life, and I don't think it's going to matter. I think the Civic is going to be far enough alongside to make this one count, because I cannot fight that around the outside. There's nothing I can do. Civic has got it stopped very well. I might be able to make life very awkward down here. Now, my car is absolutely garbage here, but you really want to be careful going around the outside. You really want to be careful going too wide through all of that. And we have, very importantly, got back ahead. We've got back ahead, and now we are coming to our strong part of the circuit where we can run away from the Civic. The other good news is there's another muscle car, I think it's a Machine, is coming to join this little group, and if they want to start giving the Civic some grief, I'd be okay with that. If they want to come make life a little tougher for the Civic, I would be absolutely okay with that. I'm making life very difficult for myself here. We're going to have to move across and get ready to defend this inside line. The Civic can't get around the outside this time. It'll cut back to the inside for the exit, which is to be expected, and then won't be able to stay alongside down towards the next corner. It's make a Valiant Charger as wide as possible, and then the Civic's got passed by the Machine as well. Excellent. The Machine is actually better handling than me. It won't match my acceleration, but it is better handling than I am. Okay, now if that wants to hold up the Civic, that could be really helpful for me. That could be really, really helpful for me if the Machine can keep the Civic behind. doesn't try and successfully find a way past me. That would work out very well in my favour. Oh, we're bouncing across the curbs a little bit there. We can get away with that though as we head up towards the dangerous corner on the circuit for the Valiant. It's so difficult. It's so difficult to get this car to do what you want it to. You are just constantly dancing around on the edge, on the limit of the grip, and it is just a very uncooperative car. Very fast. Like, when you get things right, it is very fast. This is never a circuit that's going to be a big favourite of the Valiant, I'll be honest. I mean, it's working okay. It's working okay around here, but yeah, this is never likely to be its favourite sort of a track. Oh, no, that's not what I needed. Did not want big muscle car up the inside. It's just got stopped. It's a nice move from the machine. Oh, this can go well. This can only go really, really well. The Civic is probably not going to go on to fight that. It'll duck back underneath. We're going to do a 3-wide crisscross. I don't think I've ever done a 3-wide crisscross before. It's quite an impressive manoeuvre. Quite an impressive manoeuvre, that one. We're going to stick on the inside of the machine now. I can out-accelerate it here. The Civic's fighting with 3 wide through 3 corners. That might have been the maddest little exchange I think I've ever had in a race, and I'm in an utterly stupid car, but everyone gave each other space. There was space for the 3 cars. I'm going to make a wheel on the grass. Don't do that. Don't do that, Charger. We need every bit of grip that you have got. I need every ounce of skill that I have got here. Keep the muscle car behind at all costs. Don't throw it away here. We've had so many troubles at this turn. We've got it right this time around. The Alfa Romeo Grand Prix car is coming to join in the fray. There we go. An ultimate corner we have got out of ahead. The Civic's going to lose another position in all of this. Slow it down for the last turn. Oh, there's been shenanigans up ahead. We will get around the last turn. We'll get a couple of positions in the end there. And oh, we will fend off the Civic, the machine. Might have been a fair amount of race in no man's land and not really gone how I would have hoped. However, that final lap was mad. That final lap was absolutely bonkers. Well, that is going to be it for this week's races. I had quite a lot of fun with the Valiant Charger. It's probably not the best overall vehicle that I have built. It is very quick, yes, but not very good through the corners. In some circumstances, it can be quite a good car. But it was, yeah, an entertaining one. An entertaining one to drive. If I didn't get stuck in no man's land, could have some fun with it. That, though, is going to, as we have for this security, it is going to be it for a couple of weeks. Unfortunately, I was hoping to run one this week. However, I can no longer do that, and I'm on holiday the week after. So, yeah, I'm going to have a very busy time trying to sort out videos and, yeah, various other things, various other bits and pieces mean that I'll not be able to run these for a couple of weeks. If all goes to schedule, the next one we should be back on the 27th of September, although I will let you guys know. I will let you guys know if anything changes along the way. I apologise, it's going to be a little while. I am going to be potentially looking at doing different ways of doing Versus Community, but again, we will see about that in a little bit. That, though, is going to be it from me for today. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.